All right, welcome to this week's edition of Buk Talk Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our friends at Gas Bowstrings and Gearhead Archery. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. It is October 23rd. Can you believe that? October 23rd. Remember when we were just saying we're so happy that we were in the burr months, huh? Good to see you, Rick. Good to see you, Corey. Good to see you, Corey. Good to see you. Hello, hello. How was Winnie? Winnie was amazing, Corey. I'll talk about that if we get a chance. I need to give my friend, our guest, a call here. Winnie was awesome, though. We probably caught 40, 50 walleye, Corey. We just had a great time. Hey, Fishing Dave, what's going on, buddy? Here in Des Moines, we appreciate you. Let me get a hold of him, and I'm going to get my guest on. Let's get him on right now. One ring-a-dingy. There we go. There's Hans ringing.
Hey, Dan.
Hans, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Say hi to everybody on the Outdoor Call Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I haven't talked to you and Brian in a while. How are things going at Hi Mountain? You guys been busy?
Yeah. October's usually one of our busiest months of the year, so we've been trying to get as much product out the doors as we can right now.
I would hope so. I'm telling you. How's the now? Brian said he was going to do some hunting this fall. How's the antelope, the mule deer, and the whitetails out there in Wyoming? Is everything good, or did you lose any more critters?
We're having a problem with chronic wasting disease with the deer, especially where I live. But it's been good. I think Brian did get out doing some antelope hunting. I didn't go this year. I was out. I did some dove hunting, and I was out with a high school friend of mine and his son this past weekend looking for elk and deer. And we actually got his son his first deer.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Tell him I said congrats. Will you do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, it's deer season here, buddy. I'm telling you. We got the big pheasant opener this weekend, and this is actually going to be Iowa's 100th year anniversary for pheasant hunting, which is exciting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you like upland, you like waterfowl and stuff. You like chasing roosters.
I do. Ours opens November 1st for pheasant season, and we've actually got quite a few pheasants running all over. I think it was a pretty good year for them. We've got a couple golden retriever pups, and they're kicking them out all over our place right now. So it's kind of fun to see them do it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I think we're going to be good. Last year, Iowa hunters harvested just south of 600,000 birds. They did the August roadside surveys, and they're anticipating 400,000 or more roosters this year. So that's good for everybody. One thing I want to talk about before we do anything, I get a lot of emails this time of year about game birds, waterfowl, and I always bring in Hi Mountain Seasonings because of the brines. You got to brine your game birds. I don't care if it's a turkey, if it's a duck, if it's a goose, if it's a pheasant, if it's a quail. Hans, it is so important that you use those Hi Mountain brines and stuff to break down that conjunctive tissue, to keep the moisture in, and your birds are going to taste way better, right?
Yeah, and they'll stay a lot moister in the fishing process.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have been doing brines forever. I mean, Scotty Laseth and Hank Shaw and a lot of those culinary outdoor chefs swear by your stuff.
Yeah, I know Scott. I know for sure Scott uses it a lot, and they've been around. I mean, it's been probably 25 years before.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite brine that you use yourself?
I smoke a little bit of fish, but not a lot. So I use the game bird and poultry more than anything.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Rick Johnson, good to see you, buddy. Kenny Cole, good to see you. Chris in Pennsylvania, good to see you. Always chiming in out there. I'd love to see you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. The Milo Locker is one of our local processing places in Milo, Iowa. Hans, they've already processed over 300 whitetail deer this year. Isn't that amazing?
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we just really got going, so that's good. Listen, there's still so many people that like going to a processor, but there's a lot of folks that like doing it at home. And, Sportsman's Warehouse has been carrying Hi Mountain Seasonings, and other stores around the country do too. You're in every box store, sporting goods store there is. Your snack sticks are one of the simplicity of making your own snack sticks and jerky and your jerky gun kits. they're so easy for people to do at home, and it's fun.
It is easy, and even if you don't have a grinder, you can get one of our the jerky guns and stuff them that way too. It's really easy.
Yeah, I mean, how do you guys do them? I mean, you guys do different things too. You don't always, you don't always do a straight grind. You guys actually do long cuts. I know Brian telling me like the goose, like the waterfowl side. Going back to that real quick, you guys take your snow geese and some of your other geese, and you make breakfast sausages with the sausage kits. And it doesn't even taste like waterfowl. It tastes like regular breakfast sausage.
Well, and it's funny you mentioned that. Brian got a tag this year for Sandhill Crane and did he did it all in jerky and brought it into the office. It was fantastic. It tastes kind of, I don't know, no one's ever had it before. It's close to a goose. They're just a lot bigger. Yeah,
the roast beef of the sky. Isn't that what they call Sandhill Cranes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never shot one of those things, and they're mean too, man.
I've missed them. I got a permit years ago, and I didn't get one. But
yeah, well, that's all right. Hey, since the burgers and stuff, we love using the stuff on our burger mixes. You guys are basically for when I do my venison burgers and stuff. You can do that. The salmon. I'm going to talk a little bit about salmon. The salmon rub that you guys do. If you like to do lemon chicken, you've got to get Hi Mountain's salmon rub. And tell them why, Hans.
It's Scott used to do it all the time, and he encouraged me to do it. But it just has the right blend of herbs and lemon. I love that particular sea. It's one of my absolute favorites. I usually don't get salmon at a restaurant because I don't have my salmon seasoning with me.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Yeah, it's
that's
great on chicken too.
Yeah, no, you're good. Corey wants to know. Hey, tell him the website for Hi Mountain and Hans. Corey's wanting to know where you can link up to all this stuff.
I'm sorry. What, the website?
Tell them the website. Yeah, where they can see all the stuff we're talking about.
www.himtnjerky.com.
Yeah, they're very easy, Corey, and you can also get on there and get a lot of recipes and how-tos. And yeah, it's a very, very informative website for sure. So, what are you going to be? Go ahead. Do you have something new? Are you breaking news?
I was just going to let people know. It's one of our best sales that we have during the year. It's one of our most popular. Right now, we're doing 20% off. On our website on all the jerky kits.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a really good deal in a month that we sell a lot of jerky kits. So it's pretty popular right now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what are you going to be doing? Are you going on any big trips? Are you buried at work? What are you doing out there in Wyoming?
We're always buried this time of year at work, but I usually spend my weekends. We live on a ranch and we're on the Wind River, and we've got elk and deer, and it's mostly whitetails. We get some mule deer, but that's what I'm doing. You can hunt elk through the end of January. At least the cows. So.
How is your elk herd out there?
It's doing fine. We're having problems with those wildfires, and that caused a lot of havoc with that this year. But we're at the fires are still another 60 miles west of us. So around our place, it's pretty average.
Did they get them under control yet?
We had some snow about a week ago up there, and that helped a bunch, at least to the one west of us. But there's one burning over by Sheridan that's burned a lot of acres. I can't remember how many exactly.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe you guys have already had snow already. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's actually been a very mild fall. It's just now getting below freezing in the mornings and stuff, which is unusual.
Yeah. No, I think it's. I talked to my buddy Mike Watkins out in Trophies Plus Outfitters in Alzada, Montana. He's right there at Hewlett and Wyoming.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, Mike and Esther. Yeah. So he said that the speed goats have been doing. The antelope has been really good this year, and I don't think they've had. They had a little bit of EHD, but they didn't see the CWD. So that was good to hear from that corner of the state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like Hewlett. That's a neat place. They don't have a lot of elk. They don't have a lot of elk right there, though, do they? Hans?
No, but I mean the deer and the turkeys are just like flies.
Yeah. Oh,
About 15 years ago up there.
Yeah, they got tons of turkeys. The turkey population's definitely doing good in that area of the country. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Corey said he just got home from Colorado, and he said the mule deer were everywhere. How about that?
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great.
Yeah. All right. I listen. I'm going to let you go because I know you're still at the office, but we got the big sale going on at HiMountainJerky.com. And you get out there, and are you guys going to be doing anything for the holidays? I'm sure you're going to be doing something, aren't you?
We pretty much stick around here just because it's busier times at work, so we really don't leave very much. But
no, I was talking like a big sale for the holidays.
Oh, I'm sorry. We always do. Yeah, we'll do right after Thanksgiving. We usually do a bunch of different sales and mix it up. And
yeah.
It's a good time for that.
Absolutely. So don't forget about right before turkey season. They usually got, and I'll tell you folks what's going on there. So Hans, I want to thank you for all the support for over the years. You guys have been a great partner on the radio shows, and we couldn't do it without you guys. And it's always fun to give your stuff away. People love it, and getting people out to the stores to buy it. And it's always easy to use. And man, the thing about it, you can get as creative as you want to get with that product.
Yep.
So.
Well, thanks for having me on, Dan. I appreciate it.
No, that's all right. Is there anything else going on, or just what's your favorite jalapeno product?
You know what? I do the jalapeno summer sausage a lot. It's really good with antelope, and then oftentimes I add high temperature cheese to it.
Okay,
that's really good.
We need to do next year I'm going to work on this with Brian too. I'm going to see if we can't come up with a heat contest. A sweet, it's a little bit of heat, but it's still sweet. Send us your recipes, and we'll see if we can't generate a winner.
Okay, sounds good.
I think that'd be kind of fun. All right, Hans, HiMountainJerky.com. They can also find you on YouTube, and it's always a pleasure. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, there he goes, Mr. Hans from Hi Mountain Seasonings. Really, really fine feller. They do a great job, and go check them out. I know Sportsman's has a whole bunch of stuff there for you to check out. I'm going to hit a quick break. I'll be right back on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Don't go nowhere. Turkey season is a passion shared by hunters, and it's fast approaching all across this nation. When it's time to start cutting, yelping, and clucking and purring at those boss toms, don't you want to have a call to run that you have confidence in? You bet you do, and that's why you need to check out Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. Todd Rupert is a master turkey call maker from Pennsylvania that is so passionate about chasing toms. He started building handcrafted calls in 2016, so he knew he could make the right call when it mattered. Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls are made of beautiful woods from walnut to hickory. Todd uses the best crystal, glass, slate, and aluminum on all of his spot calls that will allow you to make the most subtle purrs to the sharpest cuts and excited yelps.
Hey, Todd in Pennsylvania.
Fired up.
Good to see you. Hi,
Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls offers handmade friction, box, and mouth calls that will allow from the beginner to the most seasoned turkey caller to make the right call. You want to come over here? So this upcoming turkey season, try a Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call and let that tom roost in peace.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather, Itasca Footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retails. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com. Itasca Footwear. It will keep you on the move.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs.
So I assume
One call
they'll
to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring
commercial
you
break and then
peace of
out, so I
mind
assume.
under your roof every day.
OnX Hunt helps
Last
hunters
one,
be
everybody.
more successful in the field each season, with maps of all public and private land and a fully functional GPS without service. The app, trusted by over 6 million users, has just released a bunch of new features to help you on your next hunt. New aerial imagery options like leaf off, recent imagery updated every 2 weeks with historic look back, and imagery on demand. On top of that, OnX is reinventing the trail camera market by syncing your hunt app with multiple cell camera manufacturers
Just
and
tell me
helping
when
to
we're on,
organize and
I'll
analyze
just-
your photos.
I'll say,
You
hey,
can
Jace,
also
what's
now
up?
view your maps
Okay.
in Dash when driving to your
on
next
this.
hunting location.
Yeah.
These are just a few of the many updates OnX has for this hunting season. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Buk Talk Radio Show. Outdoors Dan here. I got Mr. Jason Parkins from WHOTV. Jason's our one of now. See, I can't call you the weather guy anymore because you're doing all this other stuff now. You're Weather Plus.
Weather Plus, yeah.
He's Weather Plus.
I mainly do weekends for WHO, the NBC here in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And then during the week, I get to do all kinds of fun. I like it because I get to see guys like you who I haven't seen for a long time.
Yeah.
Lots of live shots.
Yeah, I remember when I used to come over for a barbecue once in a while.
So it's good. I get to meet a lot of new people, see a lot of old friends, and it's pretty fun.
Mike Simmons in Des Moines says hi, Jason.
Oh, hey, Mike.
You already got your Dirk Starkey up in Minnesota. What's up, Dirky? Good to see you. So you've been doing this for a long time. This is my 25th, 26th year in Des Moines on the radio, and you've been right there with me.
About the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe we're still doing it?
I love it. I love weather, and certainly, years like this in Iowa, we've had such a crazy year. We started the year with drought, as you know.
Yeah.
Then we went into this incredible severe weather season that I think will probably be remembered as the year the Greenfield tornado happened, unfortunately.
That was horrible.
One of the strongest tornadoes ever measured on the face of the earth. And then now we're back into drought.
Yeah, we're back into it again. Pheasant season's going to start this weekend. Now, we're actually going to break. Jason's going to go right into the 5 o'clock news here in a second.
Yeah.
And he's going to interview me live on the radio on TV. This has never been done before that I know of. But I thought this would be kind of fun. Pheasant season starts this Saturday. I think the weather is going to be really good. Last year we had a historic season that was just south of 600,000 birds. This year they did the August Ravens dinner bugging him.
He's not bugging me. I love Raven.
He's a moose.
He's
August Roadside
he's a
Survey
unit.
said we had around 400,000 roosters they're hoping hunters are going to get. So we got 80-something thousand hunters going to the woods this year. And I think everything's just going to be picture perfect for everybody.
Nice weekend in the 60s, dry. It's been a very warm and a very dry fall in Iowa.
Yeah.
I think we haven't had a fall like this since 1952 here, or it's been this warm and dry. I would love to sit here and complain about it. From my perspective, I can't honestly do it. I've been loving it. The ability to get outside more, and you're an outdoors guy. I'm an outdoors guy. It's been pretty great.
50s, 60s for the high would be great for me. 30s, and I want to get rid of the bugs.
And it's coming.
Yeah, let's hit a hard freeze. I talked to the Milo Locker. Milo Locker down in Milo. They've already processed over 300 deer, which is really nice. People have been successful early bow, early muzzleloader season. And they give back to the Help Us Stop Hunger program, HUSH program, which helps a lot of needy folks in our area, which there's a lot of folks struggling right now.
Yeah, well, I just talked to the Urbandale Food Pantry here locally, and they're very, very, very busy, unfortunately.
Yeah. So pheasants I think we're good, man. Iowa's number 2 in the nation last year for pheasants. And like I said earlier, this is going to be, I believe, the 100th year anniversary for pheasant hunting in Iowa. We need some rain. Can you help with that, Rick asks you?
Well, Thursday there's a decent chance. So tomorrow, late afternoon and evening here in central Iowa, there's finally a decent chance of rain. And then it looks like next week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, a decent chance. I don't see any snow yet. I don't see any big cool downs, big cold spells yet in Iowa. So it's been a crazy fall for sure.
Yeah, well, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's all right. I want to get out there and try to get some bucks daylighting, and then I probably won't get to go pheasant or quail hunting until 1st of January. So unless I get lucky and I always like to be luckier than good anytime.
So is it still good in January by the time you get out there like that?
Oh, pheasants, yeah. And I tell you, Iowa's good, but Kansas, I go to Kansas every year, and they got phenomenal upland hunting too. We're so blessed here in the Midwest. Missouri's northern side is starting to see good upland numbers. Iowa's been very blessed the last 3 or 4 years. We've had really good, relatively non-flooding times, which is, how bad it was there for a while with those springs.
Yeah. Bad, yeah.
So those turkeys and quail and pheasants, they all have to go and re-nest. Anytime those ground nesting birds, they've got to compete with predators. They've got to compete with the spring flooding. I mean, there's a lot they have to do. They'll keep trying to re-nest every time, but every time they re-nest, it's one less egg or so.
I see.
So it's very important that we get lucky and don't have a lot of that in the springtime. And I hope we don't have a lot of winter mortality where we have a lot of ice and stuff too, where they can't get through to eat.
Yeah, my photographer and I were talking on the way out here. I don't place a lot of trust in seasonal forecasts, like say a winter forecast. We're sort of in a La Nina setup now with the cooling of the waters of the Eastern Pacific. In my mind, if that pans out, La Nina winters tend to be very variable, so you'll have a lot of days where it's warmer than average, a lot of days where it's colder, and they just go like that. And we tend to have average or less snowfall if that's the case. But again, I don't put a lot of weight on it.
What's the persimmons? Is it the persimmons that have the fiddle in it or the shovel if you cut them in half?
Oh, I don't know.
There's some kind of folklore. I seen it the other day, and they're saying we're going to have it. And the woolly bullies.
The woolly bullies.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a bad winter according. Not trying to take your job.
Actually, we're being told we're 3 minutes.
Does that mean like we're doing really good? You giving me the 3 up?
Chris is
giving us the 3 minute.
That means we're winners.
Yeah, we're winners. Is that what lock? I'm too old for that stuff, man. I'm too old for that stuff. No, hey, listen, I came up here in Des Moines at a great time. I mean, you and Johnny Mack, Ed Wilson. I mean, I got to meet some just great folks. I mean, nice, humble, friendly people.
Yeah.
Jerry Ann, I mean, I haven't seen her in quite a while. I mean, but there's been so many good media folks in this market. It's just been an honor to kind of keep going at it and grow and, eventually wind up and hand off the baton to the next group.
Yeah, I agree. I've worked at 3 of the 4 stations in town, met a lot of great people. It's a great place to live and work, and we're lucky here.
Yeah.
And in terms of weather, it's such an interesting place here because we have tornadoes in the summer and blizzards in the winter.
Yeah.
The only time it's ever boring really is kind of this time of year. The fall can be kind of quiet in Iowa, so we take advantage of it.
Yeah, 40s, 50s would be awesome. I know Rick's not going to like that because he likes to stay in Arizona during the winter season, and then he comes back and.
Boy, Rick, the older I get, the more I hear you.
Yeah, not me, man. I want if it's 50, 55 degrees all year, I'm very happy. So pheasant season's going to be rocking this. Just real quick, I know I talked to my friends at the DNR today. One item of article of orange. You want to have a hat, vest, jacket, at least one on. Plan your hunt your plan, and just be out to be safe and make sure whenever you're swinging that gun, just make sure you're really paying attention because we want everybody to have a good time.
And I know, like you were saying when we were doing our last live shot, sometimes if you get this opener and it's a hot weekend, these dogs can have a lot of trouble.
Make sure you got water, and first aid kits for your dogs. Always make sure you got something because they can pick up something in their paws. They can get cut. You want to make sure you're able to take care because they're our best friends, right?
Oh, Raven's doing great down here. He's a great guy.
He's probably going to want to go home with you now.
That would be actually the kids would love it. I don't know if my dog would love it. But.
You ain't going to get that dog out of the house. You'd have to fight Jenny, and
I don't think I want to do that.
That's not going to happen. So. All right, we're about 30 seconds out, so I'm going to let Mr. Jason take the handle and And I'm gonna play guest.
Yeah, so we're just going to be talking about the pheasant season, as a lot of people
Yeah.
who don't necessarily hunt all the time want to know what it's going to be like and what's coming up.
And you're in charge, sir.
That's scary.
Hey, John, what's up? Skeeter's out of control here after the hurricane. Give some cold weather. I hear you, John. God bless you, buddy.
Where's John?
John's down in Georgia, I believe.
Okay, I was just down in Fort Lauderdale last weekend.
God bless you, John. Everybody down there that got affected with that.
All right, we're almost up. It's very exciting.
I'm a Twitter.
Yeah, Outdoors Dan does know a thing or two about a lot of things, and I hadn't seen him for years, so it's so good to be with you. Dan, as a lot of you know, has the Outdoor Call radio show, which he's kind of in the middle of. We're doing a live broadcast within a broadcast.
Yeah, it's fun.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah. So tell us about what's the season starts Saturday.
Pheasant opener is going to be Saturday. Starts at 8 a.m. Well, I think the weather's going to be good. It's not going to be too warm. I think the wind's going to be playing in our favor. I think everybody's going to have a great opener. You know, our season totals this year. Last year we were just south of 600,000 birds, like we said earlier. I think that with the August roadside survey totals, they were anticipating around 400,000 birds. I think it's going to be north of that. As much as I've been out scouting deer and everything the last few weeks, I'm seeing a lot of pheasants. So I think it's going to be a great opener for Iowa, Jason.
And people have to remember, I guess, first of all, safety, right?
Safety. You got to make sure you have one item of blaze orange camo. You want a hat, a jacket, a vest. You know, make sure if you got your dogs with you, if it gets warmer, make sure you got water or something to hydrate your dogs, a first aid kit. Plan your hunt your plan, know where everybody is when they're out there on that line, and just have fun and be safe.
And opens this weekend, goes into January, right?
January 10th, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And the weather in the spring kind of affects populations, and I guess we're doing okay. Maybe not as good as last year, but still good.
Well, I think we're okay. I mean, like I said, the August roadside surveys was down just a hair, but like I said, I'm just hearing a lot of cackling out there, and I'm seeing birds. So I think there's going to be plenty of roosters for everybody.
How do you tell folks from out of state how to find out where they can go?
Well, there's a lot of things. Like I use Onyx, which is a mapping service that you can use on your phone, and it actually shows you the landowner's information on the grids on your phone. And then you can, what I like to do, if I'm going to try to get permission to hunt on private ground, I like to send a letter and a resume, like 6 months ahead of time, and introduce myself, give them references. And every time I've done that, I've been pretty successful about getting access. Don't just show up on the door the day before or that morning. Can we go hunt? It doesn't go very well. And but if you take the time to give them references and a resume, you stand out from every other hunter out there pretty much.
Well, Dan, thank you so much.
My honor.
For letting us interrupt your show.
Oh, no, it's great to see you, and I'm glad you're doing well, and thank you for thinking of me.
Well, speaking of the weekend coming up, Ed's going to be right back with a look at your weather.
I think we're off, folks. There you go. Live TV news segment and the radio show. How about that? That was fun. Jason, thank you, buddy. So what are you guys?
Chris Ludlow says hi.
Oh, Chris, tell Chris
Yeah,
I said hi. Thank you, Chris Ludlow. Thank
Yeah.
you. So are you going to get a chance to go hunt or fishing or do any biking or anything this fall?
My kids like to fish once in a while, so that's a possibility. I'm a big biker. We have fantastic trails here in central Iowa, a lot of old rail bed trails.
Yep.
And then in the winter, I actually go out on gravel roads because you don't have to worry about the snow and ice so much out there. So I've got a gravel bike that kind of has bigger tires than a road bike, and plus I get to be outside. I mean, you love being outside. Yeah. And that's the worst part of winter to me here is those cold, windy days when maybe you can't be out. So if I can get a chance to get out and ride in the winter, it's when I do my best thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Get some solitude. Hey, before we go, safety, even like when Jason's saying about riding bikes this time of year, if you're going out hiking, walking, if you're riding your bikes and it's hunting season, try to wear some blaze orange so you can identify yourself as a non-target, a human. It goes a long way. We want to make sure everybody's out there recreating and staying safe at the same time. So stay safe and keep that out there. So, Jace, thanks for coming. This was fun. Thank you.
Great. Yeah,
I appreciate that. Chris, thank you, sir. The camera guy over there. It's good. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I will be on Saturday, and I'm sure I'll be doing something from the stand tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned, and I will come back and respond to everybody. Mike, thank you. Brant, just one item of clothing, Brant's what I think the reg is, but, do what you want to do. Fishing Dave, great to see you on TV. You did a fantastic job. Dave, thank you. I need all the help I can get. We'll see you next time right here on Buk Talk Radio, and be safe out there. Thanks, everybody.
I grab a quiver and my bow. It's my gear